It's our pleasure to bring to you two of our founding members of the board.
That's how we do it, bro.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, baby.
Finally.
I like that.
Finally. Just so happy to have Dr. Justin Newman with us on the right, on your right-hand side, and
Dr. Justin Newman.
Mr. Richard Rocha himself.
That's me.
The man himself. I said it with a slight Hispanic. I'm actually acting this accent.
Gracias.
Because I want to sound
Gracias.
like Miami. Forget it. It's just my accent, so can't do anything about it.
Dale.
But I'm so happy to have you, Richard and Justin. I'll call you Richard and Justin, good friends of mine. We had the fortune of meeting about a year ago, and ever since I've been enjoying. Even Luna is happy
Yep.
to have
She's
you.
attracted to all this energy we're creating.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's magnetic. Who can blame her?
So it's all about having fun, getting to inform the people of what you guys are doing for the benefit of humankind. You've been doing research and investigating on human performance, and you have come. You came up with something very, very useful for these times, and it's the IV infusion. It's got to do with massage. It's got to do with all the things possible that you can achieve with this current, life that we have. So longevity is
Yes,
very important.
absolutely.
Biohacking,
Yes.
it's very important. So let's start with introducing you guys.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
microphone's yours.
Dr. Newman, you go first. You let them know.
Well, thank you for connecting with us. I'm Dr. Justin Newman. I'm a primary care doctor. And what I had been experiencing in 23 years of private practice was no real opportunity to collaborate or integrate with therapists or physicians in the way that we do. And in meeting and working with Richard Rocha, who's an EMT and advanced cardiac life support, chief infusionist, clinical director, we've created a team that collaborates and integrates truly for optimizing human performance on the mind, body, the entire human being, actually. And we may elaborate on some of that later, but suffice it to say, we believe, and I think you also believe, that there's a superhero inside each and every one of us. And can we make enough room to invite and access that level of functioning? Yes, we can. And that's part of our mission.
Absolutely. Very nice.
Richard.
Yes, hi. It is a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video and to connect with us. My name is Richard Rocha. I'm also known as Vitamin Rich, and I actually specialize in regenerative medicine, biohacking. I do cellular diagnostics to find out our clients' exact deficiencies in order to formulate IV cocktails in order to raise those deficiencies. And obviously by doing so, you're able to reach that optimal level of performance, whether it be mind, body, being. I'm blessed to be able to collaborate with the great Dr. Justin Newman, who brings so much to our practice, and we're able to really offer something that's really unique and special, and it's obviously something that's very much needed. I specialized in ER medicine. I was there for over 20 years. And I love that adrenaline rush and being there in that moment of need. That was perfect. I love it. However, I realized that there was another component that was missing, and that was the natural holistic side and preventative medicine. And seeing that before we get into an emergency situation, we can take a lot of steps in order to really live a fulfilled life of light, love, energy, peace, love, understanding, connection, mind, body, being is so important. And I realized that one day I would really like to create this type of space in which we can focus on that with a team of specialists, because it's not just one of us who really carries the whole load. It's really all of us when we integrate. That's really when we see extraordinary results. So we look forward to introducing to you our specialists and who we integrate with and why we're so good at doing what we do.
It all made sense when we met up more than a year ago. You guys were doing great things with these therapies Then you had met Gaia Stepanian, the president of IAM. At that moment, nothing was created yet, but we started talking also with our friends in Mexico, Arturo and Gloria, with Pacali Sharipa, and then we have Flavia, and we all started talking about coming together, bringing our synergies together to come up with the association, the International Association of Alternative and Ancient Medicine, and it all clicked. It all clicked amongst us. So here we are, debuting your show. I've been wanting to have you for the longest time. You guys are very active in the Miami community in South Florida. So you work a lot with athletes, people who want to improve in their performance, of course, physical performance. But you don't just stick to that, which would be the logical thing to do, but you also work with people that are going through very hard conditions, hardship in their health, like cancer patients. Tell us a little bit how IV, infusion can help a person in any state of their life.
Absolutely, that's a great question, Kike, and I thank you always for being present and creating this space in order for us to get our word across and to support our passion in order to obviously fulfill those who are either drifting or in need of or looking or searching to perform at a higher level. And it's true what you say. We don't just deal with professional athletes. Don't get me wrong, that is a big part of who we treat because obviously their performance depends on their recovery. And oftentimes these types of treatments are kept very secret to them because they don't want their formulas to get out there. And so I know this stuff works because I've seen it work with elite athletes. The other interesting part about it, though, is that with, like you had mentioned, cancer patients and other very terminally ill patients, or even other clients who are dealing with other types of gastrointestinal issues or diseases, viruses, funguses, things of that nature, oftentimes they're looking for another type of solution. And the medicinal route for them tends to create other issues. And so we're fortunate to be in a position in order to offer these IV vitamin infusions. And why is that so important? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if you take supplements, you're only absorbing about 15-20% of those supplements, in which when I infuse one of these IV vitamin infusions, you're receiving 100% of the infusion. There's no waste. And that is incredibly important because not only does it save you time and money, but you're able to actually start to get your body to function properly by eliminating waste, reducing the inflammation on a cellular level, which helps the body obviously function properly. And that in itself is key. It's very important to be able to be mind, body, being. And why is that so important? Well, because we can get the body functioning properly, but if the mind's not functioning properly, you're still not optimizing your human performance because something's off. And so, yes, we see a lot of different patients who see for various conditions, sometimes clients who are coming in a deficiency of vitamins. Actually, it's because something's going on with them mentally. They're perhaps not getting the right sleep, not eating the right nutrients, very stressed out, a lot of stress, a lot of inflammation, and therefore, and especially if they're not even drinking water properly, then they're really not hydrating. It just creates a lot of other issues in which, with these vitamin infusions, we're able to raise those levels, help eliminate waste, and really get the body to function properly in a holistic manner.
Yeah, and many people know how important a diet can be, healthy food choices, and other things that we can do to get those nutrients. But just in looking at this one demographic alone, people with digestive issues, let's just talk about just them, let alone the other many types of clientele that we can work with. So many people out there are having issues with acid reflux, ulcers, IBS, Crohn's disease, so many, gastritis, digestive allergies. And Richard's always saying 80% of our immune system is coming from our gut. So besides the lack of absorption in people that have digestive issues, it's the compromise to their immune system, compromising their ability to clear waste and inflammation. All of that is targeted with IV infusions very, very quickly. Now, somebody can change their diet and deal with stress and other kinds of therapies, but by adding this combination of therapies together, this team of doctors and therapists working together in the way that we do, it accelerates that process tremendously.
Right, absolutely.
Tremendously.
Which is also very interesting too, because if you think about it, your serotonin, your dopamine, those types of important hormones that our bodies produce in order to function properly, that I keep going back to, it's actually produced in the gut. So when you think about it, oftentimes, if you're having a bad day, let's say, or you're in a bad mood, oftentimes it could be because of what's going on in your gut. So it's very important to actually get those nutrients up, and if you can't absorb it, because also it's about absorption, leaky gut, those kinds of things really impact the absorption. So it's not just about supplementation, it's about absorption. And that's why not only are we highly effective with the supplements that we use that are 100% natural, third-party tested by award-winning pharmacies, but we also get to integrate it with acupuncture. And why is that so important? Well, as we know, acupuncture's been around for over 5,000 years. It helps the body relax and with circulation. Yeah. So as there's circulation, we're infusing it with natural supplements. I know Dr.
I have a questions for Dr. Newman, because Richard,
yes, sir.
You come from the medical emergency medical technician background, right?
Yes.
You've been working with ACLS.
Correct. I'm ACLS
which
certified.
Stands for
Advanced Cardiac Life Support. So,
exactly.
Yes.
So you knew about vital, how to revitalize.
Absolutely.
We would say a person.
Most definitely.
And I kind of get it how you ended up with the vitamin infusion. But then I look at Dr. Newman, who's been in South Florida serving this community for so many years in the acupuncture, and I kind of wonder what made you get so passionate about the vitamin infusion, and be able to join this our good friend Richard to create this in INVITAS.
No pressure.
This is truly the story.
Take your time.
This is the story, and maybe this is a two-part segment, but the vision was always there to integrate and collaborate. Even as a pre-med student, I was hearing about this and never seeing it manifest. And the components under the umbrella of functional holistic medicine include nutrition and fitness and stress management and sleep hygiene and so many other factors. But the nutrition component is really key. And one day, out of the blue, I get a call from somebody named Richard, and this goes back a few years now. We've known and worked with each other quite a bit since then. But one thing that was lacking from this vision was the fire. And Richard walked through the door and brought this fire. And together we've been able to connect and grow and refine these ideas that are now manifesting in our world. We're working with various sports competitive teams, and runners and cyclists and athletes. We're working with, as you said, terminally ill patients, so on, as a team. So it was this combination of having the space to do it, yes, but then the fire and the work being done. It's not enough just to envision it. A lot of people, they dream of great things, but having the feeling and passion for it, and also taking the steps, and so this is what we've been doing. And as we've gone along, we've brought a whole team of people on board under that umbrella of INVITAS. Hypnotherapy, mental health, absorptions, of course, because absorption is key. IV infusions are a critical part of that. Detox therapy, and of course acupuncture, cupping, and other types of therapy under that umbrella. But we can combine primary health care, the family practice medicine type in a concierge way with a collaborating team of specialists. And that's what I believe is driving us to becoming the face of integrative medicine in South Florida.
Right.
We're doing it. There are places where people work together, but they're not the team that we are.
For sure.
We are unique, and we're all specialists in our field. Furthermore, the whole team. And when you put this together, this is what the magic or alchemy that manifests. And alchemy here is really key. But I probably said too much about that already.
No. Now, if I may, I have to add something to that. It is true. Obviously, I showed up. I am fire. For those who know me, I'm a lot of energy. I'm fast. I'm let's go. And
You are an athlete yourself.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Most definitely. My whole life. And to be quite frank with you,
a winner.
And a winner, most definitely, yes. And we'll get to that here in a moment. Just to kind of explain to you what that means is I've been training also for ultra endurance training, using obviously our services, our products, our IV infusions. So I see firsthand, foremost, the benefits of these treatments and these specialists that I'm blessed to work with. As you may already know, we said a team of specialists, and as much as fire as I brought to the office, fire is tricky. Fire can help you, fire can save you, fire can hurt you. It depends on how you want to actually present yourself. And, you know, I always say I'm my first patient, I'm my first client, I'm my first guest. I have to learn how to learn self-care and things of that nature, because oftentimes we get lost in the service of others. And I'm so blessed to have worked with Dr. Newman, because he gave me this insight and was able to help me refine that fire, to know when to set it off and to know when to keep it low and nice and centered. So, again, despite me knowing all this information on IV vitamin infusions and regenerative medicine and, you know, detox and all this other great stuff, what good is it if I can't get the point across? Or if I don't really have a platform in which to offer this from? So I was blessed. I was truly blessed to be able to meet Dr. Justin Newman. And as we instantly connect, it's definitely,
Cosmic.
Cosmic, for sure. Yeah, it's got. It's absolutely
You should see these fellows when they are in their creative mode.
Oh, yeah.
They're wonderful. They're always thinking of new ideas, projects. You're very involved in the community also with a campaign against bullying.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Thank you, Kike.
And it's called I Am Bully Free.
Now, so let me explain to you a little bit about that, if you don't mind. So this is an interesting conversation. So you can see, though, not only the connection that Dr. Newman and I have, but also what our mission and our passion is and where we're headed. So it was interesting, one day we were talking in our office, and we were talking about martial arts. And I practiced Jeet Kune Do, and Dr. Newman, I found out, is a 4th degree black belt in Aikido. That is mind-blowing, because in the conversation that we had, I was telling him as to how I felt at that time that Kung Fu was the best ever. You know, it's just nothing is better than Kung Fu, and that was obviously very limited thinking. And talking with Dr. Newman, he had told me that he looked into Aikido because it is the art of peace. And as a doctor, he wanted to be able to create enough space to be able to neutralize somebody who's acting irrational, to still protect them where it's not causing him harm, but he can still protect the person. And that blew my mind, because I really realized and I feel is that the world needs someone like that, needs that type of philosophy. And it sparked this interest of, I am bully free now. I've never been bullied. However, I have had limiting beliefs. And now I'm sitting with the great Dr. Justin Newman, who can teach the art of peace. To who? People who are bullied. When? Now. So this is interesting, and this is to everybody and anyone, and hopefully you don't know anyone who's being bullied, but if you do, reach out to us, because why? The time is now. So the I Am, we partnered with the other partner, which is Maria Pilar Gonzalez. She's our hypnotherapist, and she actually does the affirmations, positive thinking. She could actually even get into the meditation or hypnotherapy if the client needs. But really, this is a space where Dr. Newman teaches Aikido every Wednesday. It's free, open to the public. Children, siblings, parents, grandparents, anything and everybody, anyone and everyone should have the ability to go somewhere when they are in need. And therefore, working with Dr. Newman inspired me to create this movement with him, to create a space for that. People who are being bullied, and even bullies themselves, because obviously someone's bullying them, and they need a place to disconnect and maybe kind of reframe their character. So who better than Dr. Newman, who specializes in the art of peace?
Well, this is what makes it so special, is and how it extends from our work as healthcare professionals.
Right.
We have to make enough space in our world for ourselves so that we can fit the pressure that we're under. And we get to try and make enough space for the other guy too. Aikido is like that. We have to take care of ourselves. We need to make enough room to fit even the the storm inside your space without being agitated too much.
Wow.
Being refined and centered, like you were saying.
Well, it's interesting, Doc, because since I've been working with you, I've been living under these philosophies, these practices, this way of being, understanding, creating space and things of that nature, playing with the fire, how much intensity, when to control it. And that I feel is a lot of what not only you obviously coach your clients with, your guests, patients. I don't like to call them patients because it almost gives them like a sick, image. But your guests who come to see you, I see it in them, the way they look at you, the way they leave, the way that they feel fulfilled. And the most beautiful part about it is you give everyone tools to not only feel great inside the office, but then to have the tools outside of the office in order to take on the world that they're living in.
Thank you. This is really what makes
very cool.
I appreciate that. That's a big focus of my work. It's true, and something that we all do as a team together. But I'll tell you something, as we've also been experiencing ourselves. When people leave and they look with those eyes of gratitude or relief or whatever, admiration, whatever they may be, they're not looking through the eyes of the same character that they came in. People come in with a character that's very tight and uncomfortable. Their person is burdened by something. And that person's character is tight, and then when they open that up, that's part of what comes out, is that relief.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you guys, but I wanted just to point out that it's nothing better than having a partner who admires the other. The way you guys do is so wonderful. You have a wonderful dynamic.
Thank you.
But for the sake of time, we just want to synthesize a little bit, and is to announce that you're going to be with us every week.
Yes.
You're going to be here, and also that you are offering services to the whole the whole world, basically, but people who are physically in the area, that they can get an appointment. Visit you guys. You guys are located in South Miami. Maybe I have the address somewhere. It's on US 1. No,
across from Dayland Station.
By Dayland Station.
Correct.
Exactly. And I see a lot of people attending, going to the offices to get their infusion. Basically, describe us what we are seeing here.
Yeah, this is great. So this is a very beautiful family that is actually a friend of Dr. Newman's, longtime friend, and she is actually surviving stage 4 lymphoma cancer, if I'm not mistaken, and that's her son next to her. There's not enough words to describe how amazing that man is, and the way he loves his mother and is there for her. He's a physicist. He's studied a lot of his mother's condition, and he is I can't say enough words to say how amazing he is. Long story short, he brought her in to do high-dose vitamin C infusions for his mom to eliminate any more of those cancer cells that may be in her body. And then Dr. Newman applied some acupuncture and some coaching, which I'm sure he can reflect upon.
Yeah, and together, this is a woman who's being, tracked by her oncologists and others, and they're seeing progress now. She's improving with high-dose vitamin C therapy, and the acupuncture is used with people who have cancer or recovering from cancer to help relieve stress and pain and toxins, improve their circulation, reduce inflammation. Which is one reason it pairs so well with the vitamin infusions. And so when a person is relaxed and they have more circulation, clearing toxins, the body's more available for those nutrients. And this vitamin C, studies have shown that it turns on the genes that cause the body to look and destroy cancer cells. Anyway.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting.
Type of patient that we
I have to throw this in here because you had mentioned something about as far as detox. And I'd like to explain to you something, because what tends to happen with these high-dose vitamin C infusions is that the high-dose vitamin C actually becomes hydrogen peroxide within the cell. And that's fascinating to know. Why? Well, for several reasons. For one, we also do hydrogen peroxide infusions. So you actually get to have the benefits of a high dose vitamin C, let's say, in one treatment as far as these high dose these hydrogen peroxide IVs. I apologize. Obviously, we have to go in steps, and the goal is to get to 3 milliliters. But the truth of the matter is why is this so important? Well, because hydrogen peroxide, being that it's been around since the early 1900s, used for various different conditions, treatments, things of that nature. Long story short, the benefit about that is, like Dr. Newman was saying, was creating the space within the cell. But if you think about it, what is hydrogen peroxide? 2 essential elements that your body needs in order for it to not only detox, but to function properly. Hydrogen and oxygen. And where does cancer thrive in? Where does it manifest? High acidic, low oxygenation. And what is hydrogen peroxide? The complete opposite of that. Hydration, it helps regulate the pH balance, and oxygenation. It obviously helps with not only those types of cancer cells, if you will, by eliminating it, but also viruses, bacteria, germs, things of that nature. It also helps clear the blood of pathogens that may be forming. So it's highly, 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 highly effective. But in this case, with the patient that we were just previously talking about, high-dose vitamin C was very beneficial for her. She continues to come in to get her treatments. Her numbers continue to go down, and we're very happy that she's very happy. And together, we're just a great team.
And amazed to see these kinds of results. Really, anyone who walks through the door, anyone with any kind of challenge can be benefited. Everyone has the opportunity to increase their level of performance and function. And this woman with the cancer and so on, we're helping her body to be more available with detox so that she can absorb nutrients. But not just the body, we get to help make their emotional framework and their mind open and available too. We're working, as you said, with the entire human being. And part of the clearing and making room for the recovery to take place is the clearing and expansion that goes on in our minds and in our hearts as we're working together through this process. It really is tremendous.
Okay, so just before finishing, I also know that you have something called the Holistic Happy Hour.
Yeah, that's the music, guys.
And the light therapy and so on.
Exactly, absolutely.
So where is this about? Where does it happen?
So we host these events. They're called Holistic Happy Hour. It's a happy hour, but it's holistic wellness themed. We've hosted a VIP type experience in our center, which is locked down just for your private group, and they get immersed in a world of wellness and well-being. There are infusions, massage therapy, acupuncture cupping, meditation, Reiki, shots of ginger juice, all kinds of things that are healthy, health-oriented. It's fun, and these can be taken off-site too, to different guests' homes or your company if you wanted your staff to enjoy. That's just a type of event that's all collaborative, but impactful in a short period of time. You're immersed.
Yep, and it's interesting because if you think about it, we oftentimes lose ourselves in the service of others. And so this is a perfect time to connect with those you love, connect with yourself perhaps. And what we really do is we program these rooms specifically to our clients' likes and desires. The color, sometimes we use different color therapy. Sound is important. We use also binaural beats. Binaural beats are frequencies that the brain picks up on and to help relaxation, meditation, sleep, repairing other types of things. It gets really cellular, and we can go into that on another discussion, but binaural beats is something that we do use. Like Dr. Newman also mentioned, the natural juices, vitamins are obviously in that. Sometimes we use olive extract, which is really good too for inflammation, high blood pressure, all these other great things.
The experience is very comfortable.
The experience is key.
They're stepping into an oasis.
Yes.
Like into a lounge.
Right, exactly.
It's not like coming into a clinic.
No, we don't want that.
That's so different.
The
ambiance and atmosphere is it's conducive to happiness and well-being and healing from the moment you walk in.
Absolutely. And everything's natural, from the lights, full spectrum light bulbs. We use all natural plants, even the scent, the oils that we use. We have all the elements, water, fire, everything. That's important because, truthfully speaking, that's your space. It's not my space. I just know how to facilitate that space. But what we really do is we create this space where you can disconnect from everything. And we call it zenning in, right? Because most people zen out. But let's zen in. Let's just disconnect from everything, connect mind, body, being in a place that's full of love, light, energy, And yeah, that's part of
I
what
see
we
it.
do.
I see it. I see you put a lot of effort and energy in
We have fun
creating
doing it.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
ambience.
Absolutely.
And we will show pictures in the
Yes,
next show
absolutely.
of some of these setups that you do.
Of course.
And it's a whole, experience. It's you feel it in all their senses,
Yes.
basically. So we are so happy.
Yes.
So glad that you finally came, and
Thank you.
we're going to be doing this. I've been wanting to have you guys on board because I know what you do, and I find it so important in today's alternatives for well-being. I know people right now are so worried about immunity, about getting all kinds of whatever they say it's supposed to happen in order to get protected, but there's nothing like that. The own body creating its immunity, and
Right.
and being able to trigger that in a biological way, organic way, and vitamins are the way to go.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's a great point that you bring up, and thank you for bringing that up. Because to be quite open, I'll be honest with you, we're very open to people's decisions as far as how they feel. We can say this though: any of our patients who have been doing either the high-dose vitamin C, vitamin infusions, or hydrogen peroxide, none of them have gotten sick. None of them.
They've been in the families where
Zero.
others have been sick.
Zero.
And
None.
they have not gotten sick.
Exactly. Do you know what it's like to live in a house full of people who are sick and you're the only one who doesn't get sick? It's quite interesting. Again, I'm not saying anything other than the fact that, again, let me just remind you, these are vitamins, multivitamins that one naturally takes orally. We are just simply infusing them intravenous so that you get 100% of the absorption rate.
And you get some of the nutrients that you might be lacking.
Of
You might have
course.
deficiencies.
Oh.
Those levels get boosted.
Oh, you're taking it to the next level. Oh, you want to? We want to go there. Okay.
There is that. There's the absorption, and then there's the stress management.
Of course, yeah. We also run diagnostics. That's why I thought you were going to, because we can run diagnostics to find your exact deficiencies. And why is that so important? Because everyone has different deficiencies. And so therefore, if we can find out your exact deficiencies, we can formulate IVs and cocktails, things of that nature, to raise those specific deficiencies, as well as make recommendations for things that can't be infused intravenously, food recommendations, and the amount of food that you should be eating in order to get those nutrients that your body is lacking.
It's true. It's very personalized, very concierge.
Yep.
This is the approach.
Absolutely.
Very unique and special.
Right. And it's time that this kind of stuff happens. Again, listen.
It's been about time.
Working in the ER, I worked with a lot of different specialists, and that's great. But they were one, and they only specialized in one thing. And if you notice here, it doesn't matter how great I feel these IVs are or how great I am at administering them. I am nothing without my team of specialists, and vice versa. And so think about that for a second. We don't just offer one thing. We offer so many different things that help stimulate and enhance so many other parts. So these are the things that we really focus on. So we really hope that you stay tuned with us. This is a way for us to get the information out to you so that you have it and that you feel as though there is hope, there is natural resources, there is availability. And even if you still choose to go in a different way, know that we are here to at least give you some kind of guidance and point you at least in the right direction. Right?
Well said.
Okay.
Here we go.
I mean, you can feel the energy, and definitely. Before we go, I'd like to ask you. Yes. I'd like to ask you your take on the association, on the IAM that we are so happily members of.
Definitely.
Absolutely, most definitely.
This is just an extension, as the IAM Bully Free Now is. We're in the mission to collaborate more and more with people, and being able to connect with, in this case, with a group as distinguished as the IAM. There are healers and healthcare professionals of all different kinds around the world that collaborate with one another, they brainstorm together and share in this common mission, as we do on our own professional side, of helping to improve the levels of health and wellness in the world around us. And that mission is a beautiful one, so we're happy to be aligned.
Right, most definitely. I'll be honest with you, they keep me It definitely kept me on my toes because I've had the honor and the blessing of meeting so many different people from around the world, and that to me really inspires me to keep pushing forward, keep digging down, keep enhancing, keep refining myself, keep thinking, what's the next step look like? What's next? Because I'm learning all these different types of techniques that have been around for things that I didn't even know about. I've been in ceremonies that I would have never have been able to have reached had it not been for the I Am. So I will always be grateful and thankful for the I Am organization. It's an honor. It plays right into what we're about, and it's another just blessing. I know we are exactly where we are supposed to be, and I look forward to moving forward and upward.
And we're so happy to have you also on board. It's been magical. This whole year has been amazing. So just before we go, just wanted to bring to our attention that we got people tuning in. Thank you, Perla. She says, welcome to the channel, and thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Perla. We have Mika also tuning in. We have Luis Alejandro, Luisa Bautista. We have Samantha. Hi, Sam.
Hello,
and
Sam.
We have Noemi. So
nice.
This is a great start for a debut show. People, I mean, this is going to be this time on Fridays. You're going to be with us.
Yes.
So make sure you reserve some time for this, and either way, you can just watch it after it's finished. It's going to be there on any platform. We're coming to you through the I Am channel, also through INVITAS, their page on Facebook, and through Aldea Global.
Okay, perfect.
Our channel.
Awesome.
So that's going to be it for now, guys.
Awesome.
Just to point out that how how neat you guys look. You're always like on point.
Yes, thank you.
That's part of your philosophy, right?
Well, if you think about it, we're in your space, we're in your presence. So it's different to just, if I'm kind of just showing up like it's just whatever.
I better wear a tie.
No. We're just grateful, thankful, and blessed to be able to be here to help. And it's also obviously a concierge medicine approach. Everything is white glove service, silver trays, the whole thing. It's important to give that type of attention to detail to those we serve.
Yeah, and to give it also to yourselves.
For sure.
Everyone is deserving of this kind of care.
Yeah,
we're here for you.
We're willing
for a complimentary wellness assessment for people who may not know where their challenges are, and we try to uncover that with no obligation to do any therapy as a service.
And I just want to point out that Dr. Justin Newman is one of the coolest guys I know, because he's very also friendly with our Hispanic community, and he also speaks Spanish.
Sí, es cierto. Sí, practicando. Pero es posible hay otro episodes en Spanglish.
We're going to be doing every now and then some fragments in Spanish for his Spanish speakers, and we do appreciate your efforts to communicate with our community, Dr. Newman. So, and Richard is peruchito colombiano, ese Colombian Peruvian. He's
mafioso pero buena gente.
¿Mafioso cómo?
Mafioso pero buena gente.
Mafioso pero buena gente.
But just being silly.
He's from our homies. He's part of our community. But we do. That's what we love about Miami. That we are here in this melting pot, and we came together for a bigger purpose.
Yes.
To show people that we can all get along and and share our knowledge, ancient knowledge, like Dr. Newman, the Chinese medicine that he knows so well, and all these new techniques that Richard is bringing to us. So we're so happy. We're so happy also to have you guys on board. And we let you go because I think you have appointments.
Yes, so thank you. So next Friday, right? We got the next recording next Friday. So if you care to join us, serve yourself some nice, maybe some orange juice, some vitamins, some nutrients, some nice refreshing water. burn some incense, make some time for yourself, really, in order for you to allow yourself to be appreciated. I don't feel as though we're doing anything that's that far out of one's thinking. I think every practice should offer this type of service of mind, body, being, and appreciate your greatness. So thank you.
Okay, so that's it for now. We look forward to for our next show next week. Share, subscribe, follow.
Thank you.
Our friends at INVITAS. This is their website, and we're going to be also cutting some great clips from this interview. So let's just say goodbye to our friends with some of our great tunes. These coming days, you're going to be active, right? You're going to be at the office. And any event coming up?
We have quite a few events that are coming up. Do we spill the beans now? Do we let them know now?
Probably.
Probably? Okay, well, so real briefly, so it's obviously a tragedy of what's going on at the towers. That's just crazy. And as an EMT myself, my fellow brothers and sisters are out there risking their lives to try to recover and resuscitate those who are obviously in a very unfortunate situation. And so we are going to go out there. We're going to offer some complimentary service for our firefighters, for anybody really who's out there who needs it, of acupuncture, cupping, massage, some IV vitamin infusions. This is all complimentary. There's no reason why there's no one else out there also doing that kind of stuff. We just want to be out there, to be present, to help those who are in need. Optimizing human performance, it's not just about sports and performing at that level. It's also being able to give back, expand, give more than perhaps what you have, but just by being present, that's enough in itself. To open up your heart and the ability to help. One thing is to watch it on TV and wish you could help. Another thing is getting in your car or trying to make your way down there and seeing how you can at least contribute, donate, help, whatever it may be. I just know from my team of specialists, I know how we work, and we want to be down there, to be there in the front line to help whatever we can, whether it's giving someone a hug, giving someone their shoulder to cry on, the greatness of Dr. Newman, our hypnotherapist, massage therapist, IV infusions, whatever it may be. If you need something, you always have some place to go.
Contact us, find us, we'll be down there.
We will be down there.
To be determined based on the logistics of the place, but we're not only in a position to give because we're here in Miami and specialize in what we do, but we are, as Richard said, uniquely trained, both to administer care and to help people with their post-traumatic stress and their recovery needs emotionally. We specialize in this specifically through organizations that I've trained with, to help administer that type of care. And so we'll be down there with our team to triage and to help people in that way who need to recover on deep levels.
Right.
Beautiful. So thank you again for all those efforts and for thinking always on the community. We leave you until next time.
Awesome. Yeah. There it is, Doc.
On behalf of the International Association of Alternative and Ancient Medicine, I always get messed up. This is Kike Posada.
The best.
Until next time.
I love it. That was great. Very cool.